Oh no. Starting again. It's amazing. Everything's changing. Everything. Everything's mutating. Repeating itself in cycles all around me. I don't understand. I don't understand anything.
The pigs in uniform would guard the camp gate. I still can't believe these savages were getting ready to execute those two poor kids in cold blood. But neither can I believe the mess I got them into. Prolonged contact with these animals would be detrimental to my health. I'm not going to talk to them anymore.
What exactly do you think you're doing? Hey, pal. Touch that generator and you're a deadman. My partner and I don't kid around when it comes to defending what's ours. That clear?
Extremely. I was just curious and wanted to see this relic up close. You don't have to get nervous. Hey, Hank. What if I told you I know where you can get more fuel than you've ever dreamed of?
Don't call me that again, dude. Like I told you, that man died in the Great Wave. But you have aroused my curiosity. So, where is this place? Information like that is well worth the batteries you need.
A few hours ago, I found a way to get into the medical center you told me about on the outskirts of the city. It's much bigger than it looks like from the outside. And it uses enormous generators to power its electrical system. They're storing hundreds of barrels of fuel in a huge depot, which is hidden behind a fence that goes all the way around the compound. It's invisible from the outside.
Yeah, and I suppose you brought those hundreds of barrels to the camp to bargain with me.
No, But I do have the key that will let you and your men get them out of there without raising suspicion. It's a vehicle pass for entering the compound, stamped by the Army.
That's a very interesting story, dude. I'll have to do some checking, but it sounds promising. Now, if what you're saying is true, you're going to make one weary old bear very happy. But if you're lying, I'll find you wherever you try to hide, and I'll maul you with my paws right on the spot.
So you'll give me the batteries in exchange for the ID?
Deal. The ID is now mine. Here are the batteries you asked for.
A pair of batteries, bartered away from the king of the black market and dirty rackets. I'm curious to see how this thing works, but it doesn't have any batteries. Where would I be able to find some in the middle of Doomsday City? Or who could get me some? Okay, let's see if this device still works. Huh, it works, but what do we have here? It's a list with hundreds of names, places and addresses, and a map of the city. It's the device the cleanup brigades use to navigate during their raids. Sort of an electronic map. It looks like some satellites are actually still working after the Great Wave. I just have to enter an address, and this screen will show me where it is. I can't help staring at this poster. It's almost an obsession. It's as if there's some hidden message in the background of the image that I'm incapable of processing. What the hell is so familiar to me about this image? And why? I don't think doing this would serve any purpose.
Hey, Mike, wait. Before you go. I've been thinking about it, and now it's my turn to propose a deal to you.
A deal?
Yeah, listen. Me and my boys don't like leaving the camp any more than we have to. We're a bit too well known and sought after by the pigs out there, if you get my drift.
I see.
All that talk about the medical center, the fuel and the ID got me curious. I need to get the lay of the land, to check out some things and work out a plan. But I can't expose myself. It would look very suspicious if I were to be seen poking around out there.
Of course. And what do you need from me?
Bring us enough information about that depot for us to make a plan. I'm talking diagrams, coordinates, maps, or better yet, a photo. Bring back what I'm asking for, and I'll give you whatever you want in return. What is it you need, dude?
Oh, I don't need much. Just for someone to recover the old world and bring it back.
I'm afraid you're asking too much, Mike. For now, the laws of physics are the only thing from the past that me and my men have earned. In any case, I wouldn't try to prevent that great wave, even if I knew how to do it. Things are fine just the way they are. You know how it is. God, or the devil, has been very good to me.
Could you make it so I get my life back?
Your life? Oh yeah, I remember now you're a blank head. You told me you had no memory of your past. Listen, dude, be careful about what you wish for, because maybe what you're looking for isn't what you want to find. Are you sure there's anything in that black hole worth bringing back? We're at a new beginning. This is the start of a new era, and you've woken up in it without any baggage. Enjoy it, Mike.
Do you know the trailer where Rod Atkinson and his wife live?
Yes, of course. I know Rod, that hypocritical busybody. He still thinks that with his old world morality, he can save everyone in the camp. He's a real pain in the ass, dude.
They have a young son, Colin. I can't tell you why, but I need to be alone with the kid, just for a few minutes. You have to make a commotion outside, to keep Rod and his wife distracted long enough. Keep them busy for a few minutes. Find any excuse, but I need time alone with that boy.
You never cease to amaze me, Mike. I don't know what you've got in mind, but it's none of my business. Bring me the information I asked you for. Bring me that photo of the fuel depot of the hospital. And I promise you'll have all the time you need to do whatever it is you want to do with that boy. At my complete discretion, of course.
I don't know what idea is percolating in the hunter's sick mind right now, but I have to play along to avoid having to explain anything. I gotta make sure he doesn't find out about the boy's illness. Deal. But nobody gets hurt, okay?
Bring me that photograph of the fuel depot at the hospital, and we'll do whatever's strictly necessary.
Alright.
Okay, let's enter the address shown on the card from Beechwood Oracle, 24 Mametz Wood Street. The map shows me a place near downtown. Let's go have a look. It reigns over the building, with its crown of twisted antennas and broken air conditioners. On the rim, there's a shiny object. Although at this distance, I can't make out what it is. They crisscross the building facade from top to bottom. And from what I've seen, this system of staircases is used only on the oldest buildings in the city. Great. The sign that shows the name of this place is burned beyond recognition. What was this place before the Great Wave? Beechwood Oracle, maybe? More of the shattered glass that constitutes the window dressing of most of the city's stores. Despite the thickness of the glass, the Great Wave must have crushed it like paper. Three huge lights struggle to illuminate everything they can with their precarious electrical system. They actually seem to create more shadows than light. In the old world, this building would have already been condemned and demolished as a ruin. But in the new world, it's got to be one of the best preserved I've seen in the city. Those two pigs seem to be watching that entrance very intently. They probably pumped me full of lead before I got a chance to turn the doorknob. The only light source for the area is hanging from this wooden post, and the tangle of cables and shoddy connections up there speaks eloquently of the quality and condition of the installation. This enormous construction tarp hangs from up there like a stage curtain, covering half the street. I guess it's a vestige of one of the few reconstruction jobs that were started in the city, just after the Great Wave hit.
Shut up, you filthy beasts! Goddamn mangy animals! Get out of there! I'm going to gouge out your eyes one by one! Get out all!
But what is your problem with cats?
Those cats are to blame for everything! They're what brought the disease to the city! They're what brought the virus that infects the dissolved!
Here we go again. I've told you 1,000 times. That's nonsense.
Of course it's not nonsense! I heard it from the friend of a friend who works in a research center.
Those poor creatures aren't to blame for anything.
Shut your face, you worm!
Someone put this empty tin can on top of one of the trash cans. Up close, it looks like there are crumbs of dried food stuck to the bottom. Judging from the traces of food, I'd say that this can was being used as a bowl to feed stray cats. In a city of ruins, only someone acquainted with one of these animal lovers knows that they're capable of things like this, and much more. No matter what you might think of the state of the city, these trash cans are practically empty. I guess generating garbage is a real luxury nowadays. Following its trail, I see that's where the cable that crosses the street ends, the one with the 3 streetlights hanging from it. One of the guards is resting his foot on it. Great idea. Should I just ask the animals in uniform to please get away from the panel so I can poke around in there? A billiard ball, armed to the teeth. That uniform looks a little big on him. It gives that psychopathic comical appearance. I'm afraid the brightest thing about this guy is the flashlight hanging from his belt.
Hey you! What are you doing here? Didn't you hear the curfew warning?
Relax. Look at his wrist. He's got a mole bracelet.
So you're one of those domesticated rats? You people disgust me. At least the rest of the worms at the camp have some dignity. But you guys, the moles, you're nothing more than a pack of treacherous stool pigeons.
No doubt, I have a great paragon of dignity before me. My hatred for these pigs has only grown. And more so since the incident at the camp entrance with the mole's children. Ruthless bastards. I just want to ask you guys a few questions. Do you know what the establishment was before the Great Wave?
I can't say I do. I lived on the other side of town. But judging from what's left, I'd say it looks like it was a bookstore. Looks like it burned down to the ground after the Great Wave.
Well, I for one am glad that nest of bookworms was destroyed. I never liked books. They always were a total waste of time.
Is that right? At first glance, I would have taken you for someone with refined literary tastes.
I think that description fits you to a T.
Watch your mouth, you dirty rat! And don't think that bracelet would protect you. I could blow your head off without batting an eyelid. Don't forget who's in charge here.
Why are you posted here?
Just following orders. Rat, we're here to protect and serve the inhabitants of this city. That's our mission.
Yes, I can see how the people feel much safer with you around.
We're doing our nightly rounds, and we have orders to keep a particular eye on this neighborhood.
And why this neighborhood in particular?
Well, as you can see, this area of the city was left almost intact after the Great Wave. It was kind of a miracle. Most of the homes and businesses are still standing, so burglary attempts are pretty popular. If there's anything left in the city worth guarding, it's here.
You ask a lot of questions. Have you come to steal something, rat?
No, of course not. With officers of the law like you, I'd never dare do anything like that.
I wouldn't provoke my partner too much if I were you. He's plenty jumpy today, and he's sometimes rather unpredictable.
And as for you, blabbermouth, I watch my tongue if I were you. How I am is nobody's business. And you, get back to your nest, rat!
So how's the night going?
Very quiet, except for a shooting at the entrance to the city a few hours ago. I think someone tried to steal some food. And when that happens, you have to act decisively. That's our duty.
It would be a fantastic night if it wasn't for those revolting cats. This damn neighborhood is infested with them.
Cats?
My partner doesn't like cats, and tonight they've been howling non-stop since we started our rounds.
Filthy creatures, dirty and pestilent. They're to blame for everything.
I won't bother you anymore. Keep up the good work. It doesn't look like he has that much respect for his partner. The two of them look like an apocalyptic version of Laurel and Hardy. Can I ask you guys a few questions?
You again, rat!
Be my guest.
I won't bother you anymore. Keep up the good work. These are the remains of the fish that used to swim around in the fountain. It looks like the catastrophe caught them by surprise, too. Ugh. The smell they give off is nauseating. I refuse to touch that repulsive mess and put it in my pocket. It's absolutely putrid. Judging from the traces of food, I'd say that this can was being used as a bowl to feed stray cats. In a city of ruins, only someone acquainted with one of these animal lovers knows that they're capable of things like this, and much more. These are the remains of the fish that used to swim around in the fountain. It looks like the catastrophe caught them by surprise, too. Ugh. The smell they give off is nauseating. Okay, I'll use the can to avoid touching those disgusting fish with my hands. I filled the empty can with the rotten fish from the fountain in Suicide Park, and now it stinks. It stinks to high heaven.